Good morning. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm about to get started on my sadhana. If you want to do yoga with me, go ahead and grab your mat, grab a towel, grab a blanket, grab anything that makes you feel comfortable. I'm going to quickly check in with my yoga journal as well. Okay, to check in with what asana we want to do. Good morning, whoever joined. Hello, hello. Today we're about to do yoga. I'm working on folds today and working on just like, I don't know, whatever movement that makes me feel good. When I first started, I'm at my intermediate level now, but when I first started my yoga journal, when I first started my yoga journey, I definitely took some very easy asana. So if you are not comfortable with doing some of the advanced postures, we won't be doing much. We'll be on here for about 30 minutes. But if you're not comfortable with something, then go ahead and modify it. If I think of a modification, I will let you know. But today is my inauguration showcase, so it will be up tomorrow, as well as the full vlog for today and everything like that. It is early as hell. I got here very early, but because we need to get going, like we have to start the day strong. So it is almost 8 a.m. where I am, and my showcase is at 2 p.m. So I will be I just need to warm up my muscles and get started. So let's go ahead, grab your mat, grab a blanket, grab blocks. I just have 2 blocks here, and then I have 2 sliders here as well. So grab anything that you need to make you feel comfortable, and then meet me on your mat. All right. So first things first, I don't know about you guys, but like I'm very like, if I don't know how to do something right, it'll make me not want to do it at all. I think that was the biggest challenge with my yoga journey, just period, is like getting started with yoga and not knowing where to start. So the first thing I started with was, of course, getting things that I thought that I would need. So mats, blocks, sliders, anything else. There's other different props that you can use in yoga to help support your recovery. If you guys did not know, I am a survivor, a trauma survivor. I am recovering still. The onset of my mental illness was 3 years ago. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia and a whole slew of other things: bipolarism, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. Just mentally, like severely mentally ill. And the thing that helped me reach remission was, of course, my yoga sadhana and my mindfulness practices, and just harnessing my spirituality for my betterment has gotten me to remission. That is the first step of recovery, is getting to remission. Like, I can honestly say to you, the thing that I struggle with, the difficult emotions that I struggle with now is anger. And it's because I am still grieving, but ultimately I am unobstructed by the trauma, unobstructed by what I've lost. And I have come into, like, I'm pretty much reaching acceptance, especially since I just corrected a fallacy. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I am an advocate for you to start your mental health practice, your yoga practice today, because it clears the monkey mind. It helps you become more balanced. My issue was a work-life balance. When I descended into my mental chaos, I was working 70 hours a week in a highly stressful corporate job, and now I'm an artist, so I definitely have a lot more emotional reward. I have a creative outlet, and the possibilities are endless. So I would recommend everybody starting a yoga journey. Okay, just period. So let's go ahead and get bring yourself to your mat. I always start in the child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat, okay? I'll show you from the back first. So you want to bring your big toes to touch, and you want to bring your knees to the outermost edges of the mat and connect your forehead to the mat while reaching right in front of you. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you draw your tailbone as close as you can to your heels. Inhale. And on your next exhale, draw your tailbone even closer to your heels. Sink. Inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Tuck your big toes. Come into that tabletop. You can even sit back on your heels. That'll stretch out your toes a whole lot. Don't forget, move. Don't forget, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, stretch those feet out. And when you're ready, coming back into a tabletop position. From here, you can take several different positions. You can go into a downward facing dog. You can take some cat-cows if you're not ready to go into your downward dog. But for me, I'm just going to take some cat-cows, okay? And I'll show you from the side what it looks like. Tuck those toes. Spread your fingertips as far as they can apart from each other, but keep your thumbs parallel to one another. Send your gaze down to the floor to keep your neck extended, and maybe you even do take some neck rolls here. Okay. Make sure did somebody say something? Make sure your knees are shoulder width apart, hips width apart, and then you can go into your cat-cows, okay? You can mix your cat-cows with some barrel rolls, but take as many as you need until you feel comfortable. Shift your hips side to side, round and round, okay? Move it around, feel good, okay? Cat-cows. Barrel rolls. Go in the opposite direction. Okay. Back in your tabletop position, stabilize. And when you're ready, you can move into a downward facing dog, okay? Tuck those back toes. Send your hips up and back. Bring your heels to the mat. Send them up. Bring them back down. Send them up. Bring them back down. If you don't have that range of motion yet, it's okay. You have to keep practicing. Your feet will get stronger. Your ankles will get stronger, okay? I like to round my spine sometimes. Maybe shift back into a plank. Send it back up. Shift into a plank. All right. Come into your forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Samastitahi. Okay, that is the beginning of my sadhana. More often than not, I start with a child's pose, some barrel rolls, and then I move into my standing position, Samasti Tahi. Set your intention for your yoga practice. Let me get some water. Let me get some water. How y'all feeling? What you say? Grand rising. Grand rising. Who was up at this on this fine morning? This is my sunrise yoga. Good morning, Queen. Okay. Woo. So meet me back in Samasti Tahi. Okay. Stand at attention. Set your intention for your practice. Bring your hands to heart center. Okay. Make sure you're bringing your palms strong together. Take a strong stance. Okay. Ground down to all four corners of your feet so that you can focus. Like, I feel like I've been having so many issues with my feet lately, and it's because I have been rushing my sadhana, and I really cannot do that no more. Okay, so make sure your toes you are all grounded down into all four corners of your feet. To ensure that you are grounded down into all four corners of your feet, lift your toes up. You see? Lift your toes up and connect the outermost edge of both sides of your feet, if that makes sense. Okay? Then you can, now that you know that your feet are all grounded, you can place your toes back down. Okay? So, what is our intention for today? Gratitude. Okay? Always shifting into gratitude. Peace, especially if you're dealing with mental health issues, mental anguishes, anything that causes you to have any type of mood disorder. Okay? And what is your affirmation for the day? Let's grab our affirmation. I have it here. Let's grab your affirmation for today. Okay. I love this deck. Ground down. Our affirmation and our intention setting at the beginning of the sadhana is very important to me. Okay, period. I love that. Affirmation. My mistakes are lessons. I am rich in knowledge. Period. I have no regret. My mistakes are lessons. I am rich in knowledge. Okay? Period. Forgiveness. No regret. Gratitude for the lessons. My mistakes. I learned from them. I have no regret when I learned from my past. Period. Okay? So now that we are all done with our intention setting, go ahead, reach up into mountain pose. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Send your gaze back. Mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Try to touch the ground. However, if you can't touch the ground yet, reach for your ankles, reach for your shins, reach for your thighs, but avoid your joints. Don't grab your ankles, sorry. Don't grab your ankles. Reach for your shins, reach for your thighs. Avoid the ankles and avoid the knees, okay? But if you can't touch the ground, go ahead. I like to move around a lot, maybe shift weight into my right leg, shift weight into my left leg. This helps my hips flexors. If you guys don't know, I am suffering from an injury. What you say, Fran? Let me hold y'all. So, I am suffering with an injury. Was it last year? 2024? I think it was either 2024 or 2023. I started struggling with dancer's hip. Looking fine, keep up the good work. Thank you. But I've been struggling with dancer's hip. It's an injury in my hip flexor driven by overuse. So my biggest thing these days is making sure that I am ambidextrously training both with yoga and with pole. In the past, I was placing a big emphasis on my performances and making sure I have pretty videos to look at. Now I prioritize my functionality. So I've been working to enhance my flexibility and my range of motion for my safety and satisfaction, period. Because, listen, I am not trying to be hurt in these streets, okay? So let's go ahead and get back into our sadhana, okay? And don't be afraid, like, you know, I said like before, sometimes it can be stressful starting a yoga journey because there's so many like aesthetic-y type of things online. Your yoga practice does not have to be aesthetic. Let me just tell you that right now. The purpose of you doing your yoga practice is to release muscle, release tension from your body, relieve your pain, and to get back into your body and to increase your mindfulness. Putting an aesthetic video online is not a part of yoga, right? So don't be afraid to stop, take breaks, right? If you need to. So especially when I first started my yoga journey, I was not able to, like, first of all, my yoga sadhana was very long. It was 2 hours a day, and it was excruciatingly painful. So take your time with your practice, especially if your body has survived trauma in some type of way. And remember, a Renaissance movement is a social justice initiative to heal the body from trauma, especially people who suffer from physical abuse or mental abuse. It is a mental health awareness initiative. It is a physical health awareness initiative. Renaissance turned 3. It is my poleversary. So I am really celebrating like my strength. I still don't feel super strong as much as I want to be, but I'm so happy to be like at least like able to move and have fun. Like the sadhana that I have today is totally different than the sadhana that I first started. So I will try to keep this as beginner friendly as possible. But after, you know, coming into my forward fold, after taking some movement, I want to come into I low-key want to go into my yogi squat. So you bring your heels in to face each other, if that makes sense. Make sure you're grounded down into all fours, especially if you have like issues with your feet. Like sometimes you could be suffering with plantar fasciitis or some type of metatarsal injury. Most people do have like some kind of pigeon toe, bow-leggedness going on as well. The best thing, or you have some type of pelvic tilt or anterior pelvic tilt, just like try to keep alignment as much as possible. So, and if you have hips and curves, sometimes looks can be deceiving if you are not like in proper alignment. So try to understand your body. You will learn it more where your anatomy is. So I'm just gonna come into my yogi squat. If you need to spread your legs a little bit more, you can do that, okay? Malasana, okay? And then bring your hands into a prayer, and you want to connect your elbows to your knees and push them back, okay? Push them back. So move out. You can move side to side a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. I'm low-key gonna try my crow pose, but I still have not found my balance with that one. So the best thing I've learned with my coming into crow after a yogi squat is, so I like to, especially like, a little dizzy. Coming into, after your yogi squat, going into a crow pose, a flying crow, is a little, I still have not mastered this after, when did I start my yoga journey? In 2018. 2018, and now it is 2025, and I still cannot hold my flying crow. It's all right. We ain't gonna talk about it. All right. So, the best thing that I've learned is that I'm right hand dominant. If I start with my right hand, I most definitely will not keep my balance. This is the beautiful thing about with ambidextry, is that sometimes if you are experiencing a limitation in one part of your body, you might want to try using, like, training the other side of your body, or using the other side of your body, and finding where to like close the gap in your balancing. So we're here just to show you guys from the side. Some people will be more, will get into crow pose a lot better. Because I am very bottom heavy, I find it very difficult to have balance with crow. But I always try, honey. So come back down into your yogi squat. So we're here. Ooh, I want to take a little bit more. Whew. Okay, we're down in our yogi squat, just to show you how it looks from behind. You want to keep your spine as straight as possible. I know sometimes I lean over, but it's because I don't know, I'll be thinking about something. Okay, but so we're here, and then I'm going to start by placing my left hand. Like I said, if I go into it with my right hand, I most definitely will not keep my balance, because I feel like all of my weight starts to shift into my right hand, and then I just fall over. So we're going to go ahead and place, our elbows are connected still, right? You still want, like, that is what's going to create the balance, right? So you're here, and then take your left hand, or whichever side you feel less confident with, and then you're going to keep that knee connected. Practice raising one foot, bring your right hand, practice raising the other one. Okay? Lift one foot at a time. Okay, now try doing both. I be scared I'll fall on my face. Don't be scared. And if you want to, you can do a wall assistance. So I have the wall right here, and just lean yourself into the wall, and then you can practice with your forearm muscles, and your forearm muscles is also, as well as your triceps and biceps, to hold yourself up. So let's get back into it. I'm gonna lean into my left side first. But it's like getting so much better. So, but if you can hold it for a little bit longer, go ahead, try it. But at least try it for each and every side of practice, and you'll get stronger. It's actually gotten a whole lot better. So I can't be mad at my flying crow. So yay! I'm actually really happy about that. So, but if you're still here in the beginning stages of your crow, come back down to your yogi squat. Make sure spread those fingertips as wide as possible. That's going to give you more balance and more stability. And then connect those elbows, and then lift one at a time. Okay, practice lifting one at a time. Okay. Whew. That really looks like that pelvic area, hips, everything. You'll be stretching it out. All right. So take a break, grab a sip of water. See what's going on in the chat. Welcome to Saturday Yoga. Hello, friends. Welcome to Yoga Sadhana practice. Today, oh no. I know my glasses ain't getting scratched up. Welcome to Yoga Sadhana. It's early as fuck o'clock. I'm just getting prepared for my showcase this afternoon. It is the inauguration showcase. Do y'all want a sneak peek of the outfit? Yes! Okay. This right here. Okay, this one right here. Baby, you was not ready for this one. Y'all not ready for that one. Yes. Queen Exotica and this bitch. Okay? But let's take a short break. Let's get back to it. We still have about 5-6 minutes to do You see why my yoga practice takes so long? Like 30 minutes is just like the beginning of like you setting your intentions and getting warmed up. So I kind of want to move into some standing poses because I have been getting guided to move into to do more standing poses to help with balance and strengthening my metatarsals. Now, I personally have plantar fasciitis that I still struggle with, as well as a metatarsal injury. But this hip issue in my hip joints is throwing off all of my joints. So if you have a pain in one place, it's just a whole situation, okay? But let's go ahead after our crow pose. Definitely, we're coming back up to our mat, and then before we go get into our standing poses, I like to, I always prioritize my hips because we hold a lot of trauma in our hips, and we also hold a lot of grief in our lungs. So that's why it's so important for your breathing practices, your pranayama, and also making sure you matching your inhales and exhales to your movement. Um, because that helps you release grief. And then with the hips, there's so much trauma stored in the hips, so much tension. So I always prioritize that. I forget what this asana is called, but it's like one of my favorite asana ever to help me like quickly warm up my hips. So I'm just gonna take a wide angle forward fold first. So we're here. So I also recommend doing yoga without socks on because it gives you more grip to your mat. So take a wide angle forward fold. Standing wide angle. You can also do it on the floor as well. Take a handstand. Hell no. We done fell over, okay? Don't forget to, you can move your hips here. Ooh, right there. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to walk. I don't know what this is called. I literally don't know. But I used to like, what is this called? But you're gonna walk your hands to the other side as if you're reaching for your right foot, but you're going to walk yourself, your arms, your hands around while twisting your legs into like this cross-legged pretzel position. I literally don't know what this is called, but it is so releasing. Like it's a really intense release. Okay, so sometimes like when I used to first do this, I used to cry so much. Um, but you want to make sure your hips are as square as possible, and then you can push your knees down and you should feel it a lot more in your hips. You can also take a block and rest your head if you're flexible enough. Here for 30. Okay, how you feel? How you doing? Come back around. Do your opposite side. Always start with your right side in yoga. Ooh, yes. I'm telling you, baby, in the knees and in the shins, all this tension. Notice the difference between your right and your left side. Which side feels more comfortable? Which side feels a little bit more intense? Understand the incongruities in your body will help you not only with your aesthetic, pole dancing, dancing movement, whatever, but it'll also help you feel better in your body. Seconds. Two and one. I didn't do a good job at breathing in that last posture, but go ahead. You'll feel the tightness. Keep breathing. All right. And since we're here, I'm just going to take some star poses. Star poses into some goddess poses. So reach up. Star pose. Sink down. Reach up into your goddess pose. Okay, sink as deeply as you can. Okay. Use the wall if you need to. Wide angle forward fold. Reach to the side you feel less comfortable with. For me, it's the right. All right, and then our last asana for today is going to be our lunges, okay? So you're here in a wide angle forward fold. Just as we walked around the first time, you're going to walk to the back of your mat and come down into your lunge. Tuck your big toe, tuck your toes, and then reach. Make sure that you keep proper alignment, okay? I'll show you on the other side. Stack those knees over your ankles. Okay, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your left hand, reach back, and draw your foot towards you. This is especially good for people struggling with hips, okay? Make sure you keep your gaze to the back wall to protect your neck and spine. Breathe. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, how you feel? You can come back into a half split as well. So, just to show you really quick, and to grab some freaking water, because my throat just got so dry. How y'all feeling? Did you get on your mat? All right. After coming up from your lunge, you want to come into a half split. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Keep your back toes tucked. Send your heel into the bottom of the mat, okay? And reach. You're gonna lean forward and reach. Try to grab here, but if you're not there yet, you can grab your shin or stay here, okay? Just keep away from your joints. So send your gaze down to the bottom of the mat. I also like to move my leg from side to side. That helps with mobility in the hip socket. Okay. Come back to static. Reach. Okay. We're still on the right side, even though I switched my position. Okay. We were here, right? Boom. Tuck. Send your hips back. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're not done with this right side. Send both of your arms inside the mat. Keep that right leg extended. Plant your big toe down. Plant your toes down and reach up into a low lunge. Okay. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, open up, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant, walk it back into your wide angle forward fold. Stop here to reset your hips. Maybe shift them out a little bit, give them a little stretch, stretch, and then repeat for your left side. Bring it on around. Come down. Whew. Come into your lunge. Send your hands up. Send your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Stretch your fingers out as much as possible. Look back. (20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Half split. Send it back. Tuck those back toes. Plant that heel down into the mat. Okay? If you're struggling with knee pain, put some knee pads on. Put some type of blanket underneath yourself. Okay, if you don't have knee pads. Okay, reach up. We're here. Some of you might like to take opposite grip. I like that one too. Okay, right, left, right, left, right, left. Something wrong with that hip, that joint? Go ahead and stretch it out. Okay. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Make sure those hips are stacked over your knees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to the inside. Come into bend your knees and push back into a low lunge. You're here. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. If you want to, you can take it out even further. Stretch it out. Don't be afraid. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 15. Go back to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your wide angle forward fold. Sink and breathe. Shuffle your feet in. Namaste. Thank you for joining. That is my 1/4 of my yoga sadhana. But I don't know if y'all want to be here for 2 hours with me. So thank you for joining. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you try any of my tips and how they work for you, okay?